Have you ever wondered how someone earning $120,000 a year can still feel financially stressed? Not because they lost their job, not because they made reckless decisions, but because every month, despite earning well above average, they somehow end up with almost nothing left. It seems strange at first. After all, if income is high, shouldn't wealth naturally follow? For many people across the United States and Europe, the answer is surprisingly no. Let's imagine someone named David. He's 32 years old and works in software development. After taxes, his monthly take-home pay is around $6,500. On paper, that sounds like financial security. But let's look a little closer. His apartment costs $2,100 each month. His car payment is another $650. Insurance, fuel, and maintenance add another $350. Student loan payments take $450. Credit card payments average around $400. Utilities, groceries, subscriptions, dining out, gym memberships, streaming services, and weekend activities quietly consume another $1,800. By the end of the month, David has maybe $750 left, sometimes less. Some months.
And that's exactly where the problem begins. Most people assume wealth is created by earning more. In reality, wealth is often determined by how much of your income never becomes someone else's revenue. The surprising part is that David isn't irresponsible. He pays every bill on time. He doesn't gamble. He isn't buying luxury watches or flying first class. He's simply living the lifestyle that seems normal for someone earning his salary. Every salary increase feels like permission to spend a little more. A nicer apartment, a newer SUV, more vacations, better restaurants, premium subscriptions. Higher monthly payments become the reward for work. This process has a name: lifestyle inflation. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens one monthly payment at a time. And because every expense feels reasonable on its own, almost nobody notices the pattern until years have passed. Let's do some simple math. Imagine David receives a raise of $1,000 per month after taxes. Instead of saving it, he upgrades his apartment for an additional $500. He leases a newer vehicle for another $300. The remaining $200 disappears into higher everyday spending. His income increased by $12,000 per year. His wealth increased by almost zero. Now imagine something different. Instead of committing that extra $1,000 to new monthly payments, he invested it consistently. That's $12,000 every year. Assuming a long-term annual return of around 8% after 20 years that could grow to well over $500,000 through compound growth. The raise itself wasn't life-changing. The decision about where the raise went was. So why do intelligent people fall into this trap? Because money isn't just about mathematics, it's about psychology. Humans naturally adapt to improvements. The first week in a larger apartment feel exciting. The new car feels incredible. Ordering expensive meals becomes normal. But after a few months, these things stop feeling special. The payment remains. The excitement disappears. Psychologists sometimes call this hedonic adaptation. Our expectations quietly rise to match our circumstances. Yesterday's luxury becomes today's baseline. And once your lifestyle expands, shrinking it feels like moving backwards, even if your financial future depends on. There's Sanather for seat where Keswol constant like compare ourselves with people earning similar incomes. If co-workers upgrade at their cars, buying something cheaper suddenly feel like falling behind. Different expensive vacation sever summer staying home begins to feel like failure. Very few people intentionally chase status, but almost everyone absorbs it without realizing. The result is a financial life built around appearances rather than flexibility. The real cost isn't today's payment. It's tomorrow's lost opportunity. Imagine reaching your mid-40s with a great income, but very little invested. You may own expensive things, but those things won't pay your bills if you're in comma stops. That's why many people who appear wealthy are actually dependent on every future paycheck. Financially intelligent people often think differently. When their income grows, they don't immediately ask, "What can I afford now?" Instead, they quietly ask a different question. What part of this increase can become permanent wealth instead of permanent expenses? Notice that this isn't about refusing to enjoy life. It's about understanding the difference between increasing your lifestyle and increasing your freedom. One gives immediate comfort, the other creates long-term options. Neither choice is automatically wrong, but confusing one for the other is what keeps many high earners financially stuck for decades. Income can buy almost anything, but only ownership creates lasting security. The goal isn't to look rich, is to slowly build a life where your money begins working harder than you do. And for many people, that shift starts not with earning more, but by seeing their paycheck differently. The goal